Hey, this is Lynette Bledsoe from LynetteBledsoe.net, and I'm actually coming to you live from my home office here in San Antonio, Texas. So if you are hopping on live with me, definitely let me know. Just put a 1 or put a heart there so I can definitely give you a shout out. So today what we're going to talk about is, are you afraid to start something new? Now, basically, if you follow me on Facebook, you know for the last week, we actually started something new. We actually got a new puppy. If and for those of you who have ever had a puppy, you know how hard sometimes that can be. So if you ever had a new pet, let me know, because it's been super fun. If you ever had a newborn baby in your house, it kind of sort of feels like that to me. It feels, because I'm like watching everything and making sure I'm picking up, he's grabbing everything, and I hadn't had to do that in years, because my kids are teenagers at this point, so I don't need to pick up anything, but it's so weird. So if you ever had a new pet in your home, you definitely understand the challenge that can be. But this actually can relate to anything. For years, ever since I was small, I've always been allergic to dogs. And I'll relate this back to business, so you'll see what I get. I've always been told that I'm allergic to dogs, and I've always had allergies to pets. But so I never introduced any animals to my children, because I already knew I was always going to get sick. So the closest we've ever gotten to a dog was a hamster. So that never really bothered me. But I said, you know what? I want to take the plunge. There's so many animals out there that probably you're hypoallergenic, and we didn't get a dog that was hypoallergenic. After all my research, we actually got a retriever. But what's weird is that I'm going to be 41 this week, and the end of the week. But for 41 years, I've known I've had allergies to dogs. And I've put that in my brain that, you can't have a dog, you can't have a dog, you can't have a dog. And this whole week, and it could be because of the diet. My diet has changed for the last year, and it could be because I'm putting more vegetables in my diet. But this whole week, my allergies have not bothered me. And this dog is definitely not hyperallergenic at all. I mean, if you look up retrievers, they're not hypoallergenic. So can you imagine that for 41 years, I've told myself I can never have a dog. My children already knew they never could have a dog. And I totally wasted so much time and so many years that I'm actually fine. And again, it could have been the way that I'm eating for almost a year now. But have you ever, and the reason why I'm talking about this, have you ever been afraid of starting something new? Because I've been approached by a lot of people who are always asking us business-wise that they want to start, and you probably have prospects that have come to you and say, I really want to join, but I don't want to start over. I don't want to start anything new. And they just put it in their mind that they can't be successful in your company or your business or what you're doing. Or maybe like me, for 41 years almost, not having a dog, because I embedded in my mind that I couldn't. So if you've ever come across, let's say, I'm going to come relate this back to business. So let's talk about business. Have you ever wanted to join? Maybe you see your friend, she's really successful in a company. You really want to get started with that company. You're not seeing success in your company. And in most cases, I would definitely tell you not to quit your company. Never quit your company if it's working out for you. But if for some reason things aren't working out, I mean, we've been in network marketing since 1999. So I can tell you I've been a student, and we've been in other companies before, and I've never been embarrassed about doing that, because what I've always done is I grabbed everything that I could from the leaders and mentors in those companies. You learn everything you can, and you bring it over to where you're going. So what do you do if you do start a new company? Me too, if you do end up starting a new company, what do you do? I know, believe me, I know it can be embarrassing to say, for so many years you were in one company and then you're trying to get your friends and family to check out what you're doing now. Don't worry, I definitely get it. What do you do, though, if you are you do want to go somewhere else and you do want to transition into something different? So the number one thing I think you need to know is believe in yourself. Now, what the heck did that have to do with dogs? But like I told you, it's all in your mind. So the first thing I would definitely tell you is to have posture. Posture, and I wrote my notes down, so if I don't look to the camera, just, bear with me. Posture is when you have a belief in what, no matter what anyone says or no matter what anyone does, you're going to believe wholeheartedly in your company, in your business, if you're an entrepreneur, in what you're doing, because you know in your heart that that's what you want to do and that's the direction that you want to follow. Or let's say if you want to change your diet, hey, I'll be the only one in my house not eating meat. That's all right. That's what you want to do. If you believe that, maybe not eating meat is going to help your diet. If everybody keeps eating meat, they keep eating barbecue, that's on them. But if you feel in your heart that, if you want to go in a different direction, then you do it. Don't worry about what other people say, and you guys know this, no matter what you do, you're not going to satisfy everyone. So just keep doing you, have that posture and say, listen, I wrote this script down if you want to write this down. Listen, I've been in a lot of other things before, but this one, if you're open, and the reason why you want to say if you're open is because you're not asking them to, join you. If you're open to taking a look at something that you can actually do on the side that won't interfere with what you're doing right now, hey, let me know. And I know, Yvonne, barbecue, that's hard, right? It is hard when if you're trying to lose weight, barbecue would be something, and believe me, I get it. Barbecue would be something that's super hard. So again, I'll go through that script again. Hey, I'm doing something new. If it doesn't interfere with what you're doing right now, would you be open and taking a look at what I'm doing if you can make some extra money on the side? How easy is that? How non-direct was that? If they say no, that means that they're not open. And when they say that they're not open, it kind of disses themselves, right? It kind of makes it like, I'm not open. That makes yourself look bad. It's like, I'm not open to anything. So that makes you look negative. So, and I'm not going to, I have to give credit to credit where is due. I got that script from Ray Higdon. He used to tell us that to talk to our leads like that all the time. So again, and I'm going to use Yvonne because Yvonne is talking to me right now. So Yvonne, if you are open to taking a look at what I'm doing, maybe you're looking to make some extra money on the side, would you be open to take a look at it? That sounds better than saying, do you want to join my company? Do you want to join my business? You're looking to make extra cash? No, it says, if it doesn't interfere with what you're doing right now, would you be open and take a look at it? If they say no, cool. You know how many people I've had say no to me? And you would think, who would say no? I've had people say no, and I say, okay, cool, no problem. If you know anybody else is looking, that might be interested in making some extra money on the side, let me know. And I've gotten people that are totally happy in the company that they're with, but they'll say, hey, she didn't really dig what I'm doing. Maybe she'll be open to what you're doing. And you communicate that way. I don't knock anyone for saying no to me. Heck no. If you're not open, you're happy what you're doing, then cool. We keep it moving. I'm still your friend. Like Yvonne, she's in another company than we're with. I'm still cool with her. I don't say, ugh, you suck because you're in that company. No, I'm still cool with her. we still deal with each other. So if you're open, that's a script. And again, if you've already gone back to your friends and family and you've harassed them already, go back to them and say that. Say if you're open and take a look at something that you can do on the side, hey, let me know if you'd be interested. Most of the people, and again, your friends and family, most of them they might be totally happy with working in their company, right? Most people in network marketing are working a full-time job. So they only imagine they're working 40 hours a week. They're already tired from working. They don't want to have another job. So say, hey, if this wouldn't take away from what you're doing, if you can spend an hour a week, maybe you can make some extra money on the side. Cool. Are you open and taking a look? And then keep it moving. And then another thing, know where you're going. How long do you think it's going to take? If they say, hey, how long is this going to take me? be honest. Say, hey, this is not like some overnight scam thing. This will take some time. So it depends on how much time you want to bring into the table. So let them know, hey, you can make some good extra money on the side, but it could take some time. To be honest, if let's say if they open the McDonald's, they spent more money opening that franchise, and it's going to take them years to recoup that money. So say, hey, look, think about it like this. Give yourself not give me 5 years. Give yourself 5 years. I'll help you as much as you want to run with me. I will definitely be there to help you. But give yourself 5 years on doing this part-time while you're working your full-time job. Because like I said, most people are working a full-time job while they're working a business on the side. And then last but not least, not everyone. And if you have any other tips, definitely let me know. Not everyone is going to understand your path. If you were to ask my husband Gary, and my friends and family, they have no idea what the heck me and Gary do at all. They don't understand it. My oldest son, he understands it because it's been embedded in him in my house from when he was a little boy. But just keep in your mind, most of your friends and family are not going to understand what the heck is you're doing, why the heck every year you go to a big event, why the heck you're going to all these meetings, why the heck, like us, why the heck she's always on her phone, because our business, we mostly do it from our phone. Why the heck are they always on Facebook on their phone? They're not going to understand that, and that's okay. But guess what? When I remember a story of a leader, and he said his friends and family used to knock him all the time, right? And when he made 6 figures in his company, and this is funny, when he made 6 figures in his company and his family saw he was getting a BMW, he was able to move from his house from Brook. They were in like a 1-bedroom, it was a couple. They moved from like a 1-bedroom apartment to a home in New Jersey. And at that point, their friends and family saw the income was increasing, and they were finally making 6 figures in whatever business they were in, right? The family started asking them for help. So I believe it was his nephew who needed a new computer. And if you think about it, if your friends and family are always knocking you, would you kind of want to do it? I mean, no, but that's his nephew. So he ended up giving him the computer, but he did let him know, like jokingly, hey, remember all those years you were knocking me for, going to all those meetings and going to all that stuff? That was actually the company that gave you that new computer. So, in a sense, like, and the family never really joined that leader. But I thought it was funny because when they do see your money increasing and things happening in your life, they will, say, hey, he or she is making a lot of money now. So let me start asking for money. But always remind them and let them know, say, hey, this is what gave you that new computer, or this is why I was able to do it. Like when we moved from New York City to Texas, it was because of our network marketing business. We had no job. We had nothing planned. We just packed everything in the trailer and we moved. So that's our story. We were able to relocate our family zip code. So network marketing is awesome. And again, like I said, never be afraid to, if you do have to go in a new direction into a different company, never be afraid of, what are they going to say? Who cares? Who cares? The only people that should care is your children and your immediate family. That's the only people I care about, is these 4 people in this house. Everyone else, unless, and I don't hear anybody, but unless somebody's actually paying my bills, I can care less what anybody says, because at the end of the day, I have to feed my children and us. So never be afraid. Basically, the moral of the whole story is don't be afraid to try something new. If you're stuck and you don't see yourself going in the right direction, don't be afraid to check out what someone else is doing just to see if it's a fit for you. If it's not, then it's not. And for you, don't be afraid to reach out. Go back and reach out to your friends and family, but approach them in a different approach and say, hey, Yvonne, would you be open to take a look at a side project that I'm working on? Maybe you can make some extra money. Would you be open to taking a look at it if it doesn't interfere with what you're doing right now? Because again, a lot of people are so busy with life, they don't want a second job. So make sure that you say if you're open. So I hope that helped you guys. And if you got value from that, definitely let me know if you're watching the replay. Just say replay, and I will definitely come back and give you a shout out. So if you want more tips like that, definitely head to LynetteBledsoe.net, and appreciate you guys watching live. Have a good day.